Hey everyone, welcome back to day 2 of your Spring Equinox 7-day yoga challenge. In today's practice, we'll be tapping into power and strength. Spring being the transitional season that it is, where Earth reawakens from its slumber, so do the animals. For those of us living in the Northern Hemisphere, winter, depending where you are, can feel quite long. And I know personally, December, January, and even some aspects of February, some parts of February, I should say, I definitely was taking a bit of a back seat with my physical activity, my physical practice, but also not feeling or not beating myself up for that, right? Trying to allow myself to follow what nature or the seasons give us permission to do, and that is to rest. But now as we move into this new season, it's an opportunity for us to reawaken the power and strength that is within us, and we'll be doing that today with our asana practice. I'm sure you have an idea of where we'll be going with this today. So let's go ahead and get started by lying on our backs. So as you come to lie down, we'll have our feet hips distance apart. The legs are bent. And see if you can draw the shoulder blades slightly closer together. Okay, you can close your eyes and for a moment, take a full breath in and a slow breath out. Bring your hands on top of your abdomen and again breathe in, notice the expansion. And breathe out, notice the drawing in of the belly. And one more time, breathing into the hands, into the stomach. And breathing out. Now you're welcome to keep your hands here, open your eyes. You can also rest your arms along the sides of your body. And I want you to find a rounding of the spine, pushing the low back firmly into the floor, much like you would do with cat pose. And then arching the spine, pressing the tailbone slightly down and feeling that there's a bit of space underneath the lower back, as though you could slide your hands underneath. Press firmly through the low back, feel a slight lifting or curling of the tailbone. In fact, maybe the seat lifts. You press the seat back down, root the tailbone into the floor and arch the spine. And then move through those two motions a few more times. A feeling of cat when your low back presses down, and a feeling of cow when the low back extends. The next time that your low back is pushing down and the tailbone is curling, pause. Start to press down firmly through your heels and then begin to lift your pelvis up. Now, as your pelvis is starting to come upwards towards the ceiling, continue to draw your tailbone forward between the knees. Another way you might think about it is the flesh of your seat pressing towards the calves. Lightly push through the back of your head. Press down lightly through your shoulders. Feel a bit more lift in the front of your chest, and then connect with your heels even more. Press down through the heels. Feel the glutes engage. Starting to come down slowly, one vertebra at a time. And then take your right thigh in towards the chest. Interlock the fingers on the shin bone. Squeeze your right thigh in. And then release your right foot to the sky. Interlock the fingers. It could be your hamstrings, the calf, or even the ankle. Focus on the leg being straight and pull. Now let go of your leg. Bend your knee so that it's 90 degrees. Your thigh is straight up and down. Your shin bone is parallel to the floor. And then interlace the fingers at the back part of your head. Push down through your lower back. Feel a slight curling of the tailbone. And then on your next inhalation, lift your upper back up. So think of the center of your chest, the sternum, pressing up high into the sky. And just notice here if you're tucking the chin to the throat. Rather lift the chin away from the chest so the throat is open. Keep your elbows wide. Can you curl your tailbone even higher? Push more firmly through the low back. Take that right thigh towards the stomach and lift the chest higher, like you're bringing the heart towards the inner right leg. Slowly lower your back, lower your right foot, and then left thigh to the chest, hands on the shin, pull your thigh in. Squeeze the thigh down. Reach your left foot to the ceiling, interlock the fingers on hamstrings, calf or ankle with the idea of the leg being mostly straight. Inhale. And exhale, pull. Keep your right heel, that's the opposite heel, pressing lightly into the floor. Release the leg. Bring it towards 90 degrees where your knee is directly above your hip and the heel is in the same line as the knee. And we once again interlock the fingers at the back of the head. Push your low spine into the floor, curl your tailbone up, and then on the next inhalation, draw the sternum towards the ceiling. Keep your elbows drawing towards the floor, but lift the breastbone higher. Now right heel roots, tailbone curls more, and start to bring the left knee closer towards your collarbone. Lift the chest more. Bring your upper back, left foot to the floor, and then reach your arms over the head so they're straight, your palms face the sky. You can allow the natural curving of your spine. You can allow a bit of curving in your lower back, and then press your low back into the floor, curl your tailbone, and begin to lift your hips up in towards the bridge. But I want you to really feel, let's try this. Lift all 10 toes, press down actively through the 3 corners of your feet, and while they're pressing down, can you gently pull the heels towards the base of your neck? There's a bit of cramping there, and then I'm going to slowly lower the spine down. We're going to draw the knees into the chest, reach your arms around your legs, and hold onto the forearms or the wrists, and gently rock from side to side. We're going to lower both of our heels flat into the floor. The feet are hips distance apart. Interlace the fingers once again at the back part of your head. Press down to your lower back. Draw your right thigh in towards the chest. Feel your tailbone curling, and then ground through your left heel. Can you lift your left, or lift both of the hips up, I should say. Then keep your right thigh drawing towards the belly, right heel towards the sky. Push down more firmly through the left heel. Rebend your right leg, bring your right foot to the floor, and slowly lower the spine. Push your low back down, curl your tailbone, and then left thigh towards the chest. Root through your right heel and draw both of the buttocks up. Allow your left thigh to come closer to the stomach, and then press your left foot high into the air. Focus on the 3 corners of that bottom foot rooting. Keep your inner right leg squeezing in, and then slowly bend your left knee. Lower your body towards the floor, and then separate the feet a little bit wider. Let the knees fall together. And then let your legs move from left to right. Just allow them to sway from one side to the other. Take your knees in towards the chest, hold onto the backs of the legs, and we're going to rock ourselves up. Come in towards a tabletop pose. Check with your wrists that they're underneath the shoulders, and then rest on the tops of your feet. We're going to breathe in and curl our chest, look up, and then exhale, round the spine, cat. When we go back into cow pose, we'll inhale, but lift the heels towards the buttocks. So think of bending the knees deep, getting the heels tight to the glutes. When we exhale into cat, you push through your hands and the feet to lift the knees and hover. Knees to the floor, inhale into the cow position with the heels hugging tight towards the buttocks, tops of feet to the earth, and round with the knees lifting. Knees to the floor, inhale, curl the chest, look forward. Exhale, tops of feet, root, hover the shins. Roll over your legs and come to a downward facing dog. Lower down into your knees. Walk the wrists back towards you so you're in tabletop pose once again. Come onto the tops of your feet. Here we're going to bend only our right leg, heel towards the buttock. Lift the right thigh towards the sky. Draw the chin away from the chest. On the exhale, pull your right thigh in towards the belly and hold here. Or as an additional option, press through the top of the left foot, hover the left knee, and see if you can scoop the buttocks towards the floor. Left knee to the ground. Inhale, press your right foot high, look forward. On the exhale, right thigh in towards the stomach, again with the option to press through the top of the foot, hover the knee. Left knee to the floor. One last time, kick your right leg back and up. Exhale, thigh towards the stomach. That's more than enough. For those of you who want to add a bit of challenge, you pull the left knee up and away from the ground. Let the left knee touch. Step your right foot to plank, left foot to plank, and then down dog with your exhalation. We're going to lift the right leg to the sky, down dog split. Look forward and place your right foot between your hands. So it's closer towards the thumb. You're going to draw the chin away from the chest, inhale, and then on your exhale, come up onto your first two fingers. Arms are straight. And then start to come up onto just one fingertip. And then can you bring your arms along the sides of your body? Be nice and long from the heel towards the crown of your head, pulling the front of the ribs in and away from the floor, away from your thigh. Reach your arms alongside your ears and step forward towards chair. Sit a little bit deeper. Pull your knees back. Lift the chest. Rise all the way towards standing. Look up towards the sky, open through your chest. Bring your right thigh towards the belly and then the hands on top of your thigh. Feel your hands pushing the thigh down, but can you have your thigh meet that resistance and push strongly up into the palms? Then kick your right foot forward, both arms high. Right foot to the floor and forward fold. Exhale. Lift halfway, breathe in. Step back into plank, breathe out. From your high plank, draw forward through the crown of the head and squeeze actively the upper arm bones together. Lower your knees down onto the floor. Keep those toes curled. Hover your knees. A light tap and a slight hover. A tap and a hover. One more time, a tap. Last time with a hover. And then child's pose, toes together and the knees wide. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Find that tabletop again with the tops of the feet on your mat. We're going to look forward, bend the left knee, heel to hip, and then take the thigh up. Find extension through your hip. Feel a bit of curling of the tailbone to the back. Thigh comes towards the stomach, round, and then for those of you taking the option to lift the right knee, do so here. Right knee to the floor, kick your left thigh back and up, lift the chin, look forward. And then thigh coming in, maybe you press into the foot to hover the right knee. Right knee to the floor, kick your left thigh back and up. Thigh towards the stomach, hover your right knee. Last time the knee comes to the floor, lift the chin, look up. Step the foot back to plank, right foot to plank. Inhale. And then down dog, exhale. And then down dog split, the left leg to the sky. Look forward and step close to the left thumb. Come up onto the fingertips, lift the chin, and then come up onto just the first two finger pads, or fingertips, I should say. Can you come up onto just one? And then sweep your arms along the sides, bringing the spine to line with that back leg. Squeeze the inner legs together. Sweep your arms alongside the ears, right foot forward, chair pose. Get the hips to come down even deeper, but keep lifting the heart high. And then rise all the way up to standing. Look up. Bring your left thigh towards the chest and place your hands on top of the thigh as you push down into the leg. Can you feel your thigh resisting and pushing back strongly into the hands? Kick forward through your foot, arms high into the air. Lower the foot and then forward fold. Half lift with your breath in. Plank, step it back. And then from plank, come to the top of your right foot. And then come onto the top of your left foot. If this is too challenging for you, then stay with the toes curled. Pull your wrists towards the back edge of your mat And then draw the toes towards the wrists. Take one more breath. Down dog, exhale. Okay, stay there, breathe in. Push back through the thighs, breathe out. Look forward. We're gonna cross our legs, sit, lift the feet up, Navasana boat. Hold on to the backs of the legs. Pull the thighs in towards the stomach. Feel your stomach pushing forward into the legs, and then release both of your hands forward. Notice a little bit of rounding in the back. Push the low back forward into the belly. And then feet onto the floor. Set your hands behind your back, hands or shoulders distance. Press into the hands, your elbows are straight, open the chest. If you would like, curl the tailbone, lift your hips, either looking towards the ceiling or allowing your head to hang back. Last breath. Slowly the seat comes down. We can cross the legs and rest the hands on the knees. Find length to the spine. Deep breath in. Open the mouth. Feeling that power and strength that sits inside of you. If you're carrying on with your own self-practice, enjoy. For those of you ending here, let's join both of the hands together. Bow your head. I thank you all. See you tomorrow. Namaste.